What defines the value of a person or an object? Is it something inherent, or is it shaped by the perception of others? Today, I want to explore this idea through a simple yet profound story. A story about a father, a son, and an old watch. Let's begin. Once upon a time, a father handed his son an old watch. It wasn't flashy or particularly new. In fact, it looked worn and ordinary. The father said, "Before we decide its worth, I want you to take this watch to 3 different places and see what they would offer for it." Intrigued, the son agreed and set out. First, he went to a local pawn shop. The pawnbroker glanced at the watch briefly and said, "I'll give you $10 for it. It's old and scratched. Not much of value here." The son thanked him and left. Next, he took the watch to a jeweler. The jeweler examined it closely, admiring the intricate design and craftsmanship. "I can offer you $200 for this watch," he said. "It's a rare piece with excellent workmanship." The son was surprised but thanked him and continued on. Finally, he visited a museum. The curator's eyes lit up as he examined the watch. "This is an extraordinary find. It's a rare, historical piece," the curator exclaimed. "I'd be willing to pay $50,000 for it." The son was astonished. He returned to his father, confused but enlightened. The father smiled and said, "The same watch, 3 different places, 3 different values. The value didn't change. What changed was the perception and understanding of the person looking at it." This story isn't just about an old watch. It's a metaphor for life. Our value as individuals doesn't change. It remains constant. But not everyone will recognize or appreciate it. Think about it. In some places, you might feel undervalued or even dismissed. In others, your qualities, skills, or personality might be celebrated and cherished. The watch didn't become more or less valuable in those 3 places. What changed was how it was perceived. Let's connect this story to our everyday experiences. How many times have you felt like you were in the wrong place? A place where your talents, ideas, or even your kindness were overlooked or undervalued. A skilled artist might struggle to find recognition in their small hometown, but receive global acclaim elsewhere. Someone's generosity might be taken for granted by one group, but deeply appreciated by another. This is a universal experience, isn't it? We've all been the old watch at some point, misunderstood or undervalued in certain settings. Here's the key message: your value doesn't diminish just because someone else fails to see it. Seek out the places and people who can recognize your worth. At the same time, don't let external validation define you. The father's lesson to his son wasn't just about understanding value. It was about empowerment, knowing your worth and being mindful of where you invest yourself. So, what's the big takeaway from this story? Whether you feel like that watch in the pawn shop or the museum, know that your value is intrinsic. The right people and places will see it, and sometimes it's worth the journey to find them. Ask yourself, are you in the places that truly appreciate and celebrate you? If not, what steps can you take to find those spaces? Remember, just like the watch, your worth doesn't change. Only the perception of those around you does. Thank you for joining me on this reflective journey. Until next time, stay true to your worth and never settle for less than what you deserve.